Okay, we're good.
Wonderful. So we just saw. There's a lot of actually some powerful nuggets in there. You say wait?
No, I said
Nuggets.
Oh, nuggets. Yes. I'd like to know, what was an aha moment that you had? What was something that stood out?
Don't sell the thing, but sell the thing that sells the thing.
Why did that stand out to you?
Because it makes sense. It really does. And when you can sell the thing that sells the thing, then you can lower the price, do it. Because that, putting the money into what sells it, will bring the value of what you're trying to sell up.
It's so true. You can actually lose money on your front end offer, knowing that on the back end you're going to earn more.
Exactly.
It's really wild. What stood out to someone else?
You know, as I was watching, I was trying to think of what would a new Christian really desire that we could put in front of them, so that it would, give them something of value to them that would draw them over to us eventually. I was wondering where would you find them? How to gather them together.
Did you figure anything out?
Not really. I thought a Bible, but we don't want to give them a Bible, because a Bible, we want them to use the electronic Bible. But I remember when I would go to that thrift store over by us, they'd give a free Bible every time you went there.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah. And I would go there just go get a free Bible.
I remember that.
Yeah. But I don't know. Oh, excuse me.
What stood out to you, Carmen?
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess what really stood out to me is, okay, never mind. What stood out to me is being aware of where your avatar, like what kind of, where your avatar is, what kind of things they consume. It's something I don't really think about. It's easy. It's easy to think, oh, what kind of content I like to consume.
Yeah, that's right.
You gotta shift your focus from yourself to the people you want to serve.
Yeah. It's like the book How to Win Friends, Influence People. It talks about seeing things from someone else's perspective. And just put yourself in their shoes and then consider from their point of view. Because it's true. Like, that was powerful. He's like, how many CEOs are watching webinars?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, the statistic, CEOs are reading like a book a week. So they read 52 books a year. You reach them through a book. I'm like, wow, that's genius. That makes a lot of sense.
Where's our avatar? Where are they hanging out?
Yeah.
We need to figure that out.
I know they're consuming Instagram and TikTok. I know.
TikTok hardly had anybody doing Bible on it, and now there's a lot of Bible people on there. And I'm talking, they got like reviews, big time, like 300,000 and stuff like that. So it's crazy.
When you say reviews, you mean subscribers or followers?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how things are. But it's still nothing like YouTube.
Well, if you grab them there, you can bring them over to YouTube.
No, I'm saying the competition is nothing like YouTube.
Oh.
There's still a lot less like content to attention ratio on TikTok. Although there's more content, there's still more attention. There's still a larger gap between YouTube for content and attention.
Yeah. And the stuff that they used to have on there, some of it was just garbage. Like, oh, look, I found $100 in the Bible at the there was a lot of those. It's like, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Was there something that stood out to you, Daniel?
I like how he said that we have to reach out to our old clients.
Yeah.
Because
That is a good point.
sometimes they can, how can you say it? They can even give you counsel
Mm-hmm.
on what you should do better.
Yeah, that's true.
Because maybe you sold it to them in the wrong way or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you actually sold to them in the right way and they want it again. Or
Yeah.
someone else
Feedback's
wants
always
the
good.
service. Yeah, feedback.
So, who would be the old clients of the Army of Youth? Because we don't really use the word clients. How about we put it into like a really practical...
Christians.
Old Christians.
Nope, not old Christians.
Old students.
Students, yes, old students.
Previous, yeah.
So, past students who we've worked with.
Yeah.
Who else would be... What would be another watchword remix so that we could apply it to our context?
Friends, because when we go through our telephones, there's people that we haven't talked to 3 years ago.
Yeah, so individually, what about for the Army of Youth?
Well, the same goes for them too.
So we don't use the word customers in our ministry, but what would be the remix watchword? I say it like every day.
Cold War.
There's like 5 different things that we
Donors.
donors. Yep, that's one of them. So in a nonprofit world, that would be like donors. If one person donated once, they would be more inclined to come back and donate for another thing. Part of fundraising in ministry is take care of your donors, your partners, those people. If they donated, that shows where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. It shows that they have a burden for the work. What would be another word?
Missionaries.
So, like volunteers?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. So volunteers would be like another form. Past volunteers would be some of the easiest people to work with. What else? There's one more. It's connected with this course.
Oh, Dream 100.
So affiliates. Yeah, our affiliates. So these are, yeah, that's true. So those are like the at least four things that that we're able to work with. Also, there's like a I guess we could say we could just put Dream 100 on there, I suppose, because when you look at it too, there's like speaking engagements too. If one place, like if they invite you to speak on Instagram or on YouTube or at a camp meeting or at a church, and they enjoyed that, then they're likely to invite you back. That's another thing to consider.
Are you speaking at any camp meetings this year?
Yeah, I got invited to speak at a camp meeting up north, but coronavirus just threw off a lot of plans for events. So there's a lot of event planners that have their hands up in the air. They're not sure what's going on.
It's still going to happen, but they don't know when.
Yeah, and I was invited to speak over in Florida too, but they're not sure if it's going to happen, and they don't know when. So, like, local speaking engagements are still very fickle. People are doing more virtual stages. So you see that these are the old, quote unquote, old clients, but we don't use clients or customers. We use the word students, donors, volunteers, affiliates, Dream 100. These are the people that we work with. So anytime that we're watching business-related videos, we could just replace that watchword, and it helps us to understand the ministry context.
Did she go night-night?
She said her head was hurting. She was planning on taking a shower and going to sleep, so I'm surprised she stayed awake for so long.
I'm surprised she's still awake too, with the energy
Daniel
that
hasn't
she
fallen
has.
apart. What about you, Tina? What stood out to you? Tina?
Nick, I'm gonna go upstairs.
Are you in
I
pain?
get on this, huh?
You're in pain?
I'm starting to hurt. I don't want to get too bad because
Okay.
I'm gonna try to clean my room today.
Feel free to speak up whenever. Sometimes you're on Discord and sometimes it can Did
I-
challenge you to say something?
Yeah, I couldn't get on. I didn't understand how to speak last.
Sounds like Tina's not around, so she's not talking?
Yeah, she's still muted.
Okay. What about you, Susie? What stood out to you in that video?
Can't make cream.
To me was the same thing that Dr. said. That really stood out to me. I had to write it down. Like, what are our avatars consuming? That's not really something, personally, that I think about.
That's good. That's very good. Yeah. We want to consider where are they. That's why Instagram is so important for us to consider, because this age group, like 16 to 25, young Christians, like, they're on Instagram. They're not as much on some other platforms. So the more that we're able to publish on their content that is like entering the conversation that's already going on in their mind and dealing with questions that they have and challenges and the concerns, then we'll be able to reach them a lot better. Something that really stood out to me was automation and systems.
Oh yeah, that too.
I totally forgot that's where I learned it. Like, this is the video that I learned it from, and I was like, oh. And I've never been able to explain it quite like he did. Why'd that stand out to you, brother?
Because when I think of automation, I'm thinking of like, oh, what else can I automate? Or like, what's something new that I'm not yet doing that I can automate, instead of looking at what I am doing that is working and I have a system for it that then I can automate and scale.
Yes. And a lot of times we try to scale it before we nail it.
Yeah.
And that's another way for saying what he's saying. So what we want to do is, we do not want to automate it until we manually do it. The first step is to manually do the work and figure out what works. Because until we have something that's already working, it's not going to help. Did I spell it wrong?
It's an A, not an E.
Oh, thank you.
That's Manuel.
Manuelly. Because think about it. If you don't have something that already works and you automate it, you're going to scale something that's broken. So now you have something broken that's just breaking things at a higher level.
Yeah.
And you have scaled that brokenness. So that's why it requires people to manually do something until you have a system that works. Then you document that system and you can scale it. So in like manner, like with us, we like, it's hard. I wish Tina was here.
She is there. She's just muted.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if she's not unmuting herself, then she's
There-
probably.
I'm here.
Oh, you here? So,
Sorry, yeah.
are you listening to what we're saying about the automation and systems?
Yeah, I am.
So one of the reasons why, like when we're talking about the LifeCast slides and creating those, the reason why we're changing things is because, like, yeah, we're documenting it as we go, but really our first step is we have to find something that manually works. When we have a system that works, then we can, once we have steps that get the repeatable result, then we can systemize it. But until then, we have to be modifying until we find something. Does that make sense?
Yes, yeah, I understand that. At first I was a little bit, I didn't fully understand it, but I think that you're talking about it.
You didn't understand it when he was talking or when I was talking?
When he was talking.
Oh. Yeah, that was my favorite part. What was something that stood out to you, Tina?
I was half listening, half asleep. I'm sorry.
Well, good morning. Glad you decided to wake up and join us today. So,
I was up, but I just fell back asleep.
was there anything that that stood out to you while you were not sleeping?
The biggest thing that stood out to me was like the systems, but that was because I didn't quite understand what he was saying.
Okay, when I say stood out to you, I mean like, was there an aha moment? Was there something that clicked? Like an epiphany?
That if you sell the thing that sells the thing.
Is that a question?
No, I think that's the way to say it. That's yeah. That kind of. It's so true. I guess. Yeah.
Why did that stand out to you?
Because it makes a lot of sense. And it's like they already the people that are selling the thing, they already have like everything figured out. So if you just like what's it called? Like leverage? No, not leverage.
That you outsource?
Huh?
That you outsource?
Yeah, so you're like, it's not all just relying on you in the beginning. It's like they're already like set up, so you're selling that thing, and then yeah.
This is why we express things, because expression deepens the impression. It helps us to remember or to understand and retain the information. So you're applying this to like affiliate marketing, where you don't actually have a product which you're selling someone else's. So you're selling something that somebody else can fill in your value ladder for you.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, that's good. That's a nice way to look at it. What another thing that really stood out to me that I think is extremely relevant to what we're doing right now is he mentioned that your problems never go away. They just change. And when you could really understand that, it changes the way you look at problems, trials, obstacles, challenges, uncomfortable situations. It's that we think that if the problem is solved, then our problems are solved, and we get to have like this
problem-free life.
Yeah, problem-free life. Peaceful, happy, and joyful, or like we don't have, like it's fully automated, it's passive, it's like we don't have a care in the world. But it's not, like our goal in many ways is to be without problems. We want a problem-free life. But that's not how life works. So when you solve a problem, it creates a new problem. Now you have a different problem. So if money is your problem, and you get 500 clients, like what we need is not like a huge influx of students. That's not our problem. We need to like fine tune and refine and work out this the system. When we have the system, then we can scale that. But if we get like 500 students right now, how swamped would we be? Like imagine trying to onboard 500 students, like boom, overnight. And then like answering those questions and sending out the emails and responding to that. It's like, that would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
So then you have a new problem, which is called fulfillment. How do you fulfill on the promise that you made to them? So in each step, what we're doing is we're just solving problems. Echo. Is that Leah? No, okay. Yeah, so...
That was me.
Oh, okay. Welcome, me. Glad you can join us. Good to hear your voice, Mom. So, when we look at ministry, all ministry is ministering to needs. It is solving problems. Ministry and business are not two separate things, they're one. So all business as entrepreneurs is solving problems. And it's just a matter of, as you're going, every step is a new problem and it's a new solution, and you go from one problem to another. So the path to the success is just from one greater increasing problem to the other. So the more problems you solve, the bigger problems you have, which just helps you to solve more problems. That's Luke 16:10 for faithful navigation.
That's such a concept. It's huge.
That is
It's huge.
That's what I'm saying. That's going to be the 4th teaching point of the live cast tomorrow, and I'm so excited about it. That's why it stood out to me. That's like, that was an aha moment that I got like this last month, as just a culmination of devotions and things I'm learning, and like meditating on this, I was starting to realize more and more that there's never a point where we're going to be problemless, or just like this happiness is not when I don't have a trial. That happiness is through enduring these trials and learning and growing through them. It's the growth that brings that joy and happiness. But what doesn't challenge us will never change us. So I thought that was a nugget you said. Golden nugget. So, in our situation, what is the thing that sells the thing?
Question. I think it's the webinars. Doing the webinars and helping people get the concept of what we're doing and what we're offering is what sells the thing.
All right. Yeah, I think that's definitely connected. What else is a thing that sells a thing for us?
The book.
A book.
The book will.
A book will sell a thing.
Yes.
What book?
The Direction from God book.
We don't have a book.
The book you're publishing, Mom.
I think what sells a thing is seminars, not seminars, but like forget what they're called, sermons and stuff like that.
So you're saying like the drip system, the content that we have?
No, I'm talking about when you go to church and you do a
Speaking
seminar.
engagements. Speaking engagements?
Yeah, speaking engagements. Yeah.
Okay.
But so does our content that you're talking about, our videos and stuff that we put out there.
Does our drip system, the daily life videos and things, does that sell is that selling the thing that sells the thing?
I think it draws people's attention when they listen. It makes you more well known, I think.
What are they? Because when you look at the front end offer and the selling the thing that sells the thing, part of the purpose of that is so that they can learn to know, like, and trust you. So they can develop a relationship with you. They can become more familiar. Familiarity breeds preference. And preference breeds, like, just that consistency. They choose you. And that's ultimately what ministries and brands and businesses, they want. They want preference, because out of the unique selling points, what we were talking about, I think yesterday, is that why would they choose the Army of Youth over all other youth ministries? Why this one? It's because of the familiarity that they have, the preference, because of the value that's
brand.
in their life. Yeah, it's a brand. What you were saying, troop system, speed engagements. Trying to think of something else. What was? Can you guys think of something else that sells the thing that sells the thing?
When we is somebody else talking?
No.
Or is that an echo?
He's just echoing you. More of a parrot.
Oh, okay, I'll wait.
No. It was following your lead, Mom. It only speaks when you speak.
Oh, okay. When we vision cast.
Vision casting? Yeah. And vision casting is done in the webinars, the book, the speed engagements, and the drip system. You know, another aha moment that I got from... Thank you, Mom. I appreciate that. It'd be nice to hear from some other people, but I think we got pretty much these front-end... Oh, another low-ticket offer item that I was thinking about is, what if we took one live cast and we sold that for like $7 or something, some small amount, and then it's like consistently applying new information without well, I guess lead magnets are kind of similar concept too. I'll put a lead magnet on there, but
If you sold one live cast, I think the one that you're doing tomorrow is going to be the most, and I think $7 is just not, you know, I mean, you want to sell it for less than the other things, but it's so valuable. I'm afraid if you just put 7 on it, it's not going, they won't see the value.
It's true, but that's what like the low ticket offer is.
A low ticket offer is anything under $100.
It's true.
So you can do
How
a
do you
low-
remember that, Kathy? Good memory.
Anyway, so I mean, you want to sell it for less than a course. You want to sell it less than but you don't want to sell it so cheap they don't see the value in it.
Okay. I'm not opposed to that, and I think that's fine. But hear me out. The thing that's really nice about a value ladder is that a value ladder allows you to serve your audience at the highest level possible. Because people talk about like, well, you know, why sell a course when there's certain people that can't afford it? But it's like, that's how it is for everything. There's some people can't afford whatever. But that's why we got a book that's given away for free. That's why we got content that's going out every single day on different platforms that people can go through. But also, like in between, like another low ticket offer could be like what I was thinking is the what was it? There was the video that we did on. What was that video? It was on consistently applying new information to your life without getting overwhelmed. And it was about habits. And that was life-changing. And in there, we talked about some really profound concepts that could transform someone's life. And in there, it talks about the value of coaching, the value of ongoing training. And then it talks about the program, too. So in that, they could be introduced to that concept, and basically that would be an upsell for the course, so they could subscribe
Right.
to do that.
Right.
And you're saying about the one that we're doing tomorrow, that would be like, that could be another one at a higher price range.
Yeah.
I mean, those are things, but I could see how the title. Oh, you should have saw some of the titles that Susie and Tina came up with yesterday. They were so catchy. You like listen to it and you're like, what? Like, I have to click that. I need to know. The curiosity
Good.
was so driven. And we talk about having like emotional titles. Like, is it emotional? Like, boom, you got it down.
Great, that's wonderful.
That was really cool.
What's it going to be titled?
I don't remember.
Huh.
Susie might. She has a good memory.
Hear it.
They're good.
Can we ask Susie if she remembers?
Yeah, go
I
for
want to
it.
hear it. Susie? What's the title?
Yes.
What's the title?
Hold on. Is that, I couldn't hear you.
What is the title for the web live cast tomorrow?
It wasn't for the live cast. It was a benefit statement.
Yeah. So I think one of them was,
You got this,
the
Susie.
shocking about, there were so many that we came up with, I don't remember. It was late.
Well, she doesn't remember. I don't
Okay.
remember either.
It was late and nobody remembers, but did somebody write it down?
Yeah, they're all written down.
Okay, thank you.
They're all mentioned.
All right, thank you, Susie.
Yep. So you're saying the live cast for the 3 steps.
Yeah.
And you know what we could do with that too is we could turn that into an ebook, and it could be a lead magnet.
Yeah, it definitely could.
I mean, we could repurpose a subject like that.
Right, right.
Yeah. So when we look at the selling the thing that sells the thing,
Yes.
it's very interesting. Another, oh man, I was gonna say. Oh, another concept that really stood out to me is we have the value ladder for this course too, but there's a value ladder for training that we provide too. I don't really know it off the top of my head, but it's like we've got the drip system. Like here is like another value ladder or another path. Because when you think about it, like this is the Direction from God students value ladder.
Mm-hmm.
We have a different one for the donors. I mean, they could be connected, but for the volunteers is totally different because then they have the drip system. Then they have like a virtual volunteer opportunity. And then in there they have like different rank advancement training. So we have courses like the communication challenge that people are going through. We have training that we give them. We can have local events where we meet each other at, where some people choose to be baptized, and then we can have like local volunteers. What is going on here? It's not how you spell volunteer. Let's say local workers. You see how this is like an escalation?
Mm-hmm.
So they start off with the content, they join the team virtually, they go through the trainings that we provide, then we invite them to like a camp meeting or a Direction from God event, be like, hey, come check out this event. And then we have the, some people choose like Theodore to come out here and work with us, or Kamran, or just different things, and it's just as they engage with us, more engaged,
Right.
then they participate. It's kind of like their engagement value ladder.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
And we turn around and help them to develop as leaders, where they're developing other folk.
Right. It's 10:07.
Yeah, sounds good. Hopefully this adds some clarity for why we're doing what we're doing, and some of the concepts that will help us to grow and understand where we're going and what we're doing. Are there any last comments or questions? Go ahead, Susie.
Yes. Yes, Susie?
The title, one of the titles, Shocking Prayer to Unspeakable Joy.
Once more, the beginning, I didn't catch it. Susie, could you repeat that once more? Did we lose her?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Did you hear what she said? Something prayer.
I think it was something like a shocking prayer to have.
Unspeakable joy.
Yeah, the shocking prayer to find unspeakable joy.
Whoa.
Doesn't that sound like interesting?
Intriguing.
Intriguing. That's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
You thought your curiosity would be satisfied. by
Yeah,
hearing
now.
it, but no, it's actually curiosity is even more piqued.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Susie.
Yeah.
All right.
And it is shocking.
It is.
Deliver on that
Can't
promise
wait.
tomorrow.
I can't wait. Praise God.
Does anyone else have any last comments or questions that they wanted to say before we close?
Let's do the thing.
Let's do the thing. What thing?
The thing that sells the thing.
And what thing is that?
Those things.
These things. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We can do this. Let's do it. Daniel, can you pray for us?
Yes.
Awesome.
Dear God in heaven, I thank you so much for giving us these systems for us to work with. I pray that these systems may help us in everything that we do with the ministry, that it may bring souls to you. That is the sole purpose of discussing and reasoning on what to do for the webinars, the books, the drip system, the lead magnets, the live casts, that you may guide every single step we do.
Amen.
And help us to take this seriously, that everything that we do and our reputation counts for those that are around us. We might not think we are being looked at everywhere. Help us to show you in our lives. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Praise the Lord. Thank you.